Welcome to the Explainer, where we break down the big topics you need to understand. That quote, that's the future OpenAI's CEO is building. And their latest, biggest step toward that future, it's called GPT-5. So let's dive right in and talk about what you really need to know, because this is a massive leap forward. All right, first up, what is the new GPT-5? Let's talk about its unified, smarter brain. Because really, the biggest changes here are all about how it thinks. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a fundamentally different and way more powerful kind of intelligence. So, check this out. The single biggest change, the real game changer, is that you don't have to choose which model to use anymore. You know how before you'd have to juggle different models, maybe one for speed, another one for really deep thinking? Well, that's gone. GPT-5 is now this single, unified system. Think of it like a really smart manager. It just knows which brain or tool to use for whatever you ask it to do. And this isn't just about making things easier for us. Nope, this is a huge step toward a more general, kind of human-like way of reasoning. So inside this unified system, you've got the GPT-5 family. There's Standard for the really tough, complex jobs. Mini is your balanced, everyday workhorse. And Nano is super lightweight, fast, and cheap. But here's the really clever part. If you're working hard and hit a usage limit on a bigger model, the system can automatically switch you down to a smaller one. Your work doesn't stop. It's all about keeping you in the flow with seamless access to that AI power. Okay, let's talk about accuracy. You know those hallucinations, right? Those times when an AI just confidently makes stuff up? Well, they've been slashed by a massive 78%. I mean, that is a huge step towards an AI that you can actually trust to get its facts straight. And it's not just more accurate, its memory is, well, it's staggering. We're talking about a context window of 400,000 tokens. And if you're wondering what a token is, just think of them as little pieces of words. To put that number in perspective, that's enough to feed it an entire novel, a huge scientific paper, or a massive chunk of code. And it'll remember everything, from the first word to the last, without losing the plot. It's incredible. So how smart are we talking? Well, OpenAI has this great analogy. It's like going from a college student to a friend with a PhD. And it's not just talk. It's now scoring a perfect 100% on key math benchmarks. We're talking about math competitions that take the smartest humans hours to solve. This was something we thought was way off in the future for AI, and it's happening right now. So that's all the technical stuff. But what does it actually do for you? How does all this new power translate into practical, real-world superpowers? Well, this next part is all about your upgraded AI assistant, one that's genuinely useful and can actually become part of your daily life. Your day-to-day chats with this thing are getting a serious upgrade. The voice mode, it's way more natural, it can adapt its tone, and best of all, it's available for everyone now. It's also getting a better memory, so it'll remember your preferences from one conversation to the next. And get this, you can give it a personality, like a cynic or a nerd, which helps get rid of that classic boring yes man problem. On top of all that, it connects directly to your Gmail and Google Calendar, so it can be a true assistant, not just a chatbot. And you might think all this new power comes with a crazy price tag, right? Well, it's actually getting much more affordable. For developers building things, the mini and nano models are way cheaper than the high-end stuff from just a little while ago. This is a huge deal because it means advanced AI is going to be built into so many more apps and businesses. Okay, now for the creators, the developers, the builders out there. This is where things get really wild. GPT-5 is a fundamental shift in how we make things. Sam Altman has a term for it, software on demand. And honestly, that is not an exaggeration. Seriously, the wall between having an idea and actually making it real, it's just dissolving. People are typing in a single sentence, one prompt, and getting back things like interactive science simulations or a financial dashboard with live charts, even fully playable video games. We're talking everything from a simple clone of an old game to a complex 3D castle you can walk around in. This isn't just about coding faster anymore. This is about creating at the speed of thought. And this quote from Sam Altman just captures the magic of it all perfectly. He told this story about how, as a kid, he spent weeks painstakingly programming a simple game of Snake on his calculator. He asked GPT-5 to do it, and it spit out a perfect version in like 7 seconds. That just shows you the insane new speed we're talking about for creation and for trying out new ideas. Okay, so it's smarter, it's faster, it's more creative. But what does all this really mean for our future? When you have this kind of leap in capability, it naturally forces us to ask some bigger, much more important questions about safety and what this means for all of us. And that brings us to the risks and the realities of all this. We need to navigate this path forward carefully. And to their credit, with this launch, OpenAI has been more transparent than ever about the potential downsides. They actually released this document they call a system card to lay it all out. And reading that card is, well, it's important. Because here's the bottom line. While GPT-5 is safer, it is not perfect. OpenAI themselves are flagging its high level of knowledge in really sensitive areas like biological and chemical weapons as a high risk. They also say that even though it's harder to jailbreak or misuse, sophisticated multi-step attacks can still get through. So the message is loud and clear. This much power absolutely requires powerful guardrails and constant human oversight. But, the progress isn't going to stop with GPT-5. Not even close. For OpenAI, this isn't the finish line. It's just a stepping stone on the path to something way, way more ambitious. Something they call the dawn of superintelligence. So, what on earth is superintelligence? It sounds like science fiction, but Sam Altman has a very clear definition. He says it's an AI system that could do AI research better than the entire OpenAI research team, an AI that could run the company better than the CEO. It's a system so advanced that it can start accelerating its own progress without us. And just look at this trajectory to see how fast we're moving. Just a year ago, AI was getting good at solving high school math problems. Today, it's winning gold medals in university-level math competitions that take brilliant humans hours to get through. The future goal here isn't just about solving known problems faster. It's about aiming the AI at problems that take the best researchers on the planet thousands of hours. The goal is to move beyond just finding answers and start making brand new scientific discoveries, all on its own. So, there's no doubt about it, GPT-5 is a massive leap forward. It's giving us tools that are more powerful and more accessible than anything we've ever had. But as we've seen, it also forces us to face that ultimate question, doesn't it? What are we actually building here? Are we just perfecting a tool, or are we witnessing the dawn of something else entirely?